Throughout my media coursework, there is a range of media technology I used to help me complete my tasks. One piece of media technology I used which was very important for my coursework was a computer. I used different Microsoft packages such as PowerPoint and Word to help me with the completion of my research and planning. I used Word to help me with the completion of my planning work. This was because there was many templates which helped me and guided me on the tasks. Using Word wasn't hard for me as I'm very familiar with the program and was confident in using it. PowerPoint was what I worked on for my first draft of my research and planning, as it allowed me to use video and image examples, which is exactly what I wanted to do. After finishing the first draft of my research and planning, I have moved all of my work onto a blog, which made the information easier to access as well as making it visually look clean and professional. The reason I moved my PowerPoint to the blog is because the blog was much more professional and it was easier to navigate around and find every task you are looking for. I found using the blog much easier as I was able to categorize my tasks. This made it easier to find each task when I was doing my corrections. The blog website I did use was EduBlogs. I used a site called IMDb to help search films and know details about them. For example, some things included are the director's name, the year the film was made and the genre. This gave me more knowledge about the films I was researching to help me with the research and planning. I also used YouTube to search up different trailers to help with thinking of ideas for our own trailer. As well as this, we was able to look at trailers of the same genre to help compare and evaluate for our own research and planning. Shobi has been a big part in helping me with the whole of my research and planning, as this is where I first received information on the tasks I had to complete. It also allowed me to communicate with my teacher if I wanted to ask a question or have a piece of work checked, which I would then receive feedback for me to change. This made it really helpful for me, as I knew I had somewhere to go if I was stuck or needed to look up what I had to do. I used the internet to help me with finding information and using websites to help me with the production of the poster. One website I used was 1001 Fonts, as this is what I used to import different fonts for the titles and building block on my poster. I decided to use this website instead of the default fonts on Photoshop, as there was a bigger range of fonts and the fonts were distributed into different categories, which made it easy to find the perfect font I wanted to use. My mobile phone was another piece of technology that I used, as this was important when I was communicating to the other members of the group when we weren't in school. We had made a group chat which we used to see set times of when we were going to go out and film. I also used a mobile device for the images I used when making the poster, as it wasn't difficult to import the image files to the computer. I decided to use a mobile phone to take these images, as I saw the camera quality was better than the school cameras. We had to also use a Panasonic digital camera, which is what we filmed all of our footage on. We also had camera attachments, like a tripod, that allowed us to capture different angles and adjust the height we were taking our shots from. As I was tasked to make the poster for our film, I used Photoshop as my primary photo editing software. This enabled me to use different tools to help me give my poster added effects. The main tools I implemented into my poster was the Erasure tool and the Magic Wand tool, as when I imported files into Photoshop I needed to remove the background off of them, and these tools helped me in doing so. Other tools I used was the paintbrush tools, as I wanted to create my background where I used many different paintbrush tools to help me make a patchy effect on the background. I chose to create my background as when first looking at it, it was just a single colour and looked very bland. So I decided to expand my skills and found a way of changing it to be something creative and unique to me. The process of making the background on Photoshop was very helpful, as it made me become very comfortable when using the program, and it helped me to be able to create and design much more on it. This is a step-by-step tutorial on how I made the background for my poster. First of all, go to the navigation bar to the left of the screen and click on the paintbrush tool. Once you have clicked on the paintbrush tool, move to the top of the screen to the paintbrush modifier where you can change the size. To the right there will be a small arrow to click on, which will drop down a range of different styles for you to choose. The style I chose in this case was the special effects brush. As you can see now, there are a range of effects for you to choose from. You can also adjust the size of the effects to suit your page. Here is an example of how I dotted around my effect. This is the final version of my background and how I designed it. Overall, my experience with using all of these media technologies has broadened my knowledge and ability when using them much more than I previously did, and this has made the whole process very positive to me. The proudest part of using media technology was Photoshop and creating my background, and once I did it, I felt it was something very unique that I made.